Matt said a few episodes ago, well, last month. Maybe you can clear up for me. There was a theist caller who said that he would believe in God until proven otherwise, or something like that. And Matt said that was an misappropriation of the burden of proof. I'm not sure I understand that. Do you think you can elucidate?
It's not so much a formal rule as a general principle of skepticism, which is that if you are approaching a question that you're hearing for the first time, then the thing to do is not commit to believing in it until you have a solid reason to believe. So we were just saying to the last caller, and he said it was a good point, that it's not really an equal position to say you can't prove there is a God or you can't prove there isn't a God. Because normally, if something is outside the experience of your everyday life, you shouldn't just jump to the conclusion that it is true. You should wait pending further evidence. And that's what we call the burden of proof. We basically say that if somebody makes a claim that there is something that is true, they need a reason for it. And an example, the amount of proof that you need is kind of dependent on the unusualness of the claim, which is why you might hear things like extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and the quality of your evidence should be based on that. So, for instance, one of the things...
and there's Hitchens razor.
Right. So one of the things I say often is, like, if I say it rained every day in Seattle last week, you might be inclined to just believe me, and you wouldn't even need to look it up. But if I say it rained every day in the Sahara Desert last week, you might say, really? I got to check that out. Let me see some weather reports. It's that sort of thing that leads us to say that the assumption that God exists, which is a huge bundle of assumptions, requires more than just somebody's word for it or some words written in an old book.
Okay, yeah. All right, that pretty much, that's a pretty good way to... I think I understand now. Oh. I also noticed that the ACA president is conspicuously absent from the Facebook of the Atheist Experience Facebook. Do you just not want to get in on that?
What do you mean, absent?
He's just not in there.
You mean the Atheist Experience website doesn't mention me as president?
No, I mean, I'm sorry. I meant...
or I'm not putting out enough messaging to people?
I meant Phil's picture. Phil's not in the picture for the banner. Oh. That's what I meant.
Well, I mean, the atheist community of Austin is a group effort, and I happen to be the president right now, but I don't want this to be a cult of personality or anything. You know, for one thing, if it was a cult of personality, other people might be the personality instead of me, and I would hate that. But but we think that the whole thing is a team effort. We're always like having guests and new hosts, and there are lots of crew behind the scenes that make things work, and a board of directors that deal with things that you never see. And so I just don't want to make it about me. Yeah, committees. The committees are very important.
Right.
That's it.
I just meant that Phil Sessions isn't in the picture. In the banner, which is like, well, I was just kind of joking about.
The banner of the Atheist Experience does have me on it, I think.
We can double check it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to add one thing to your question, your original question, while he's, I guess, checking that out, maybe. Which is that you're specifically talking to your one friend about this issue, and you know, your friend is saying, this is what I want to stop believing. And I think it's an important next step to say, well, you know, why is that important to you? And kind of, you can present, you know, the evidence that can maybe counter their belief and, you know, push them into the non-belief. But, you know, asking them why kind of puts them in a position where they self-examine those own things and maybe come to those same conclusions themselves. Worth additionally doing.
I agree. I always think that promoting critical thinking and skepticism is a more important priority than just promoting the conclusion that there's no God.
One of our audience members is holding up our "Skepticism is a Virtue" sticker, I think.
He really wants us to, it looks like a postcard. Yes, skepticism is a virtue.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, we rubber banded a little bit on that topic.
Yeah. I also wanted to kind of compliment Tracy because there was an episode where she was talking to her, well, what she calls her past self, and
well, hold on. Wait! I gotta put on my Tracy disguise. I gotta take my hair out, and it'll be all wavy.
Oh, I'm Tracy.
Oh no, you're doing the Tracy disguise. No, I'm Tracy.
I can pass on your compliment to Tracy, but she's not here right now. So, and odds are.
I'm just hoping that she'll hear the episode and or maybe pass it on.
She may or may not, but go on.
All right. Well, there was an episode where she was talking to her, well, what she called her past self, like I said, and I just really admire how she was able to stay so eloquent despite being so visibly annoyed by this person's claims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Tracy too, and based on some recent discussion about shows stuff, you might be seeing more of her in the future. So, teaser.
I like Tracy too, because she's me.
Is that? Nah.
Oh, it didn't work, I don't think.
All right, well, that's all I had. Thank you.
Okay.
You guys keep doing what you do. Thanks. Bye.
All right.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.